Okay, all right. So we are talking about your lesson from just a couple weeks ago, your small group and workstations.
Yes.
So your group at the table, I saw you had objectives posted for each group. This group was working on, they were using Litwings and doing some phonics skills with it, I think. It was Asia's group.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So tell me a little bit about that group.
Well, we just started getting them into phonics, or the Litwings, just to try to help build their letter sounds and keep working on letter sounds as working with sight words and getting them to actually read.
Yeah, and those books are really good for that because they have those sound lessons built right in and lots
Word
of sight words.
studies. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, because that's your group that really struggles, right? Sorry, I'm just making sure that things actually going. All right. So I wrote down that all you other kids were mostly engaged. There was a few that were kind of loud, but you were very aware of what was going on. You redirected as necessary. And as I walked around, they seemed really engaged in what they were doing. And I marked down some of the things they were doing: a phonics sheet, read to self, iPad, Osmo, and then the sight words with the snap cubes. I thought that was so cool.
I love those.
Yeah, that was really fun because then they get a good sense of like the shape of the word,
Yeah.
and they have to really focus on the different letters. So I thought that was really good. I liked that a lot. So in general, do you have the 30 minutes of whole group, 60 minutes of
Yep.
small group? Must-dos are assigned. You have your pocket chart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know those have changed a little, like as the kids have
Yeah.
grown and changed as well, so that's good. Accountability. How do you feel about accountability?
Not bad. I need to start really focusing on like when they're doing the book flicks, actually having them do the book flicks. Or like the listen to reading sheet and
Right.
getting those more engaged.
Right. It was really hard at the beginning of the year, whereas at this point, a lot of them can handle it
Yeah.
better. So,
Especially my higher groups.
yeah, they should be able to
Yeah.
do it. So that's, something to keep going with. But it is hard when they're kindergartners.
Yeah, can't really read
manage
at
their
first.
time. And,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Must do, may do rotation is displayed in the classroom.
Yep.
And you have your pocket chart, like I said. What are your groups working on? So I wrote down the different objectives that they were doing: sight words, long A, digraphs.
Yeah.
So mostly.
Most of them they do. We have a book that we'll read, and then like some of them I'll pull in the sight words, like really focusing on a few sight words or reading fluently. Sometimes we do predictions. Sometimes we make connections. The digraphs I do for my higher groups just because they're high.
That's so funny because it's like the first grade and up, their kind of lower groups are
Yeah.
phonics, but in kindergarten, it's like those next step phonics skills is what I'm seeing
Yeah.
in your high groups. So,
Because, they're on level 8 and 9 in Lexi. So it's like,
that's
well,
good. Yeah,
they're in first grade material, so might as well start helping them out a little bit.
yeah, and that's awesome because then they can actually apply that to like books that they're reading
Yeah.
and make that learning really solid. So,
Mhm.
so that's good. Awesome. All right. Anything that we can work on at this time? I think the last thing we were working on was the vocab lessons with some of
Yes.
those higher groups. So, is there anything else that you wanted to focus on right now? We worked a lot on your groups. I feel like
Yeah.
we worked on like what they could do, and you had regrouped them using your data. So I don't know if there's anything at this point in the year
I
that
don't
you want to change,
think
but if there's
so.
any support that I can give you, let me know.
I will. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No problem.